And of course, it's time for everything under the sun. A time to be born, a time to go to school, a time when you need to serve your fatherland. This is the time for the Job Show on Job TV. My name is Abimbola Adewale, and today on the program, we're definitely going to have a good time in terms of getting to know more about property investment. Before we get to the runway, let me take a rundown of what my guest looks like and definitely is kind of like. My guest is born and raised in Ben Selma in Pennsylvania, a high school graduate that became a full-time realtor at 18. He enjoys helping people with solutions to properties need with the knowledge of investment opportunity. Keenan is 20 years old and is my guest today on the Job Show. How are you, young man? What's going on?
I'm good, man. I'm great. It's a beautiful day outside. Summer's coming around. I'm feeling great.
I'm talking to you from Piscataway in New Jersey, and it's pretty sunny out there, and we're all ready to pull up the shed and get under the sun and have a good day. Let me start with you. I read your profile and I became so, I was impressed about the little short profile you sent to me. Tell us, high school to properties, how does that feel?
Yeah, it was great. I remember at first I thought I was going to go to college after high school, but then I realized that wasn't the thing for me. So I decided to try to become like an entrepreneur. I like the idea of working for myself, building my own business. And once I discovered real estate and the freedom that comes with that, of getting your own investment properties, I just fell in love with it. I'm like, why can't I do this right out of high school? Sorry, right out of high school and just get right into it right away.
Hmm. You know, when I saw that, I said, millions of people, that came out of high school, there's a tradition in life. I might be wrong. The tradition is get out of high school, get into college, get a good job, get married, and all of that. And yours is kind of different from the tradition I grew up meeting with. I like your illustration about it. But 2 years with your profile that I have, 2 years of, is it 2 years or 3 years in this business? Tell us how far have we gone in terms of knowledge and skills and property investment.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's been almost 2 years now. And just the amount of knowledge I've learned, just from the real world. I mean, from working with investors, I'm walking through hundreds of properties by now, learning from some of the greats that do like 100 deals every year, or that own 100 properties. Just learning from them has taught me so much. And I'm in this position right now to where I'm actually looking to buy my first investment property at 20 years old. I feel like a lot of people can't do that, and I'm proud of myself that I'm able to put myself in that position to do that. And that's because of the education and everything I've gotten from being a real estate agent and learning from these investors.
Okay, let's start from your journey so far. Was there a time where you actually did an internship or apprenticeship with anyone that has full-time years of experience in properties that you tutored under, or you just got into the property world and you started doing your own thing?
Well, that's a good question. So I was being mentored by a couple people. I still am right now. I do my own thing, but at the same time, I reach out to other investors, especially this one investor. His name's Anthony. And I told him, I said, hey, if there's anything I can do for you, I'll do manual labor for you. I'll do whatever you need for me to do, just for me to be around you, and just for me to see what you do, and maybe catch a little education that way, and see how you work, see how you move, see how much things cost, see what it takes to fix things, because I have no idea what to do. I don't know. I'm 19 years old. I don't know what to do at that point. So I do my own thing, but I'm always trying to reach out to people above me to try to learn from them.
So, in other words, we actually had like a mentor in this business of properties world, right?
Yeah.
Ngatenuge, ngata urin konje. Ngatenuge, ngata urin konje. Wọ́n fún wa, wọ́n jápa, wọ́n fún wa, wọ́n sá lọ, wọ́n fèrègé, wọ́n gbéra, wọ́n fún wa, wọ́n jápa, ọwọ́ epo, àti mọ̀ wọ́n ọwọ́ epo, àwọn lábòsí ọwọ́ epo, àwọn tẹ́nu yìí ọwọ́ epo, yé ọwọ́ epo, àti mọ̀ wọ́n ọwọ́ epo, àwọn aláròpin ọwọ́ epo, àwọn tẹ́nu yìí ọwọ́ epo.
Now let's get to the economics. You know, we can't be talking about properties without talking about the economics of properties. And of course, looking at the world as it is right now, you can't mention 10 to 20 millions millionaires in dollars. You can't mention millionaires in dollars as we speak in the whole world without those probably 8 out of 10 who definitely must have been property investors. You know, so that means property in my own terms is worth investment for anybody to put his or her own money in it. Let's talk about the economics. Tell us about if I need to start a property investment opportunities just the way you did. Can you tell us the steps to get into the property world? I understand that in the country, you must also have, there is a body, you know, that regulates the sector where you need to have a license before you can practice. Then from there, you can definitely build on it and all of that. But tell us the mathematics, you know, the process of getting into the real property, the world of properties and become a real realtor.
Okay, to become a realtor. So, and this is how it is in PA and in most states in the US. So first, you got to be 18, and you have to take a certain amount of courses. In PA, it's 75 hours, and in certain other states, it's other hours, either shorter or longer. After you pass those courses, you go and take a test, and if you pass that test, then you get your license. And then after that, you join a brokerage, whatever brokerage fits best for you. I'm with Keller Williams Real Estate in Langhorne. I love it. Great family over there. And after that, you get rocking and rolling. It's a pretty quick process compared to going to college or anything like that.
That sounds good. Then let's find out about, if you have a license, you practice in Pennsylvania. Can you also, what other state can you practice as a Pennsylvania realtor?
So, you're asking if I can only practice in PA?
Exactly.
So that's correct. Right now, I can only practice in PA. I could get my New Jersey license too if I wanted, but I'm fine with PA for right now. I know people that have licenses in PA, New Jersey, and in Delaware. It's really up to you. But obviously, you kind of want to keep a smaller circle, or else you're going to be driving around a lot and wasting a lot of the gas, you know.
Okay, let's talk more about properties. You know, I want to assume, you know, that you are a millionaire as we speak in dollars. You know, tell us, what are properties what kind of properties can people that earn $40,000 a year, $50,000 yearly, what kind of properties can they invest into? Having in mind that if I earn $40,000 every year, obviously if I'm investing in property, I should have a property where can generate revenue for me. You know, that's what I call that's in my own definition. That's what I call investment. You know, if I can buy a property, then my property should be able to generate the mortgage I pay back, you know, into this property. Tell us about income and the level of property you should invest on in that regard.
Okay, so you're saying if you make $40,000 a year, what kind of property should you invest in? Perfect. So the number one thing I recommend is, it's called house hacking. So what you do is you buy a duplex or a triplex or a quadplex. You only need 3% down of the properties of the purchase price. So say you buy a duplex for $200,000. You only need to put $7,000 down payment plus closing costs, however much that is. And you can even get those covered by using seller's assist and have the seller pay for that. And when you do that, you can live in the one unit, right? In the one unit and rent out the other unit. So that if you do it right, that other unit will cover most of your mortgage, if not all of your mortgage, so that you're essentially living there for free. That's what I'm planning on doing right now. It's a great way to get started when you're a beginner without a lot of risk. If you understand what I'm saying by that.
Okay, take a pause. Now you're getting me involved in this. Can you say that again? Okay, assuming I hand 40,000. Tell me about it. Can you repeat that again? I love what you said.
Yeah. So you buy a duplex, right? So that's 2 units for $200,000. You need $7,000 down because that's 3.5% of 200,000, and then plus closing costs. And you can get a lot of those closing costs paid by the seller. You just got to negotiate it, and then you move in the one unit, and then you rent out the other unit. And if you do it right, that unit will pay most of your mortgage, if not all of your mortgage, which is what I'm planning on doing right now. I'm planning on buying in Philly, actually. And there's a lot of great investment opportunities in Philly. That's a great way to get started with not a lot of money, not a lot of risk. That's a great way to get started, because typically, right, an investment property, if you're just buying it to rent it out to someone else, you need 20% down, right? This is a way to do it for only 3.5% down. I mean, that's a huge difference. Huge difference.
It's now you're getting me involved in all of this. I came for interview, and right now you just want to make money, write a check out to you and get a property. But let's see how it goes as we move on. Let me ask you, if I like this analysis that you gave, it sounds like a good plan to start a property life with. And I must say that with this, you definitely can have over 10, 20, 100 of people that are interested in such opportunities as we speak. Quote me, on this platform, you should be able to have 1 or 2 clients that will jump at this and get back to you as we speak. Let's go deep into this before we take us to the next level on another level of investment regarding people that earn more than 50,000 or 40,000 as we speak. So if as I've said, according to you, if I have 40,000, I earn 40,000 or 45,000 yearly, I can get probably 2 units of building, and that worth 200,000. I can rent 1 unit, live in one, and of course I can pay $7,000 payment, down payment if I got it rightly. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you take us to the world of this opportunity? Is there any property available right now across Pennsylvania that you want to talk about this? Let's talk about this.
Yeah, there definitely are. Yeah. The market right now in the Northeast is very tough right now for buyers. But if you look hard enough, you're gonna find something. You're gonna find something that's available to you. You just gotta look and be persistent on everything, and just as much as anything right now.
Okay, so if I'm getting this, why I'm really eating more on this particular investment opportunity you talked about is because it sounds like it sounds like the regular income earner. Permit me to say, an Uber driver can also do this. Can buy this. Somebody that work as a dishwasher can also do this. Somebody that also work as HHA, CNA, have access because 7,000, 200,000 worth of property and 40,000, 45,000 yearly it sounds like a doable revenue, for anybody that cares to know. So, what are the requirements? Can we go into the requirements to have to buy such a property? Do I need like 100,000 in my bank account? Do I need references and all of that to have such a property? Tell us.
Okay, yeah. So the requirements, usually it varies per lender, but usually you need about a 620 credit score to qualify for the loan. They're going to take into account your debt to income ratio. So that's a big part of it. If you have like a lot of debt, then it might not work out for you because they want your debt to income ratio to be low. Obviously you got to have the money to do it. You got whatever you're doing. We can run the closing costs and say you need $9,000 at closing. We obviously got to make sure that you have that money in your bank account and you're ready to spend it, no problem. But besides that, that's something that you can definitely talk to your lender about as well. But the big things, make sure your credit score is at least a 620. Make sure your income is there. When you talk to a lender, they'll tell you everything you need to do to get that through.
Okay, then if I need to talk to my lender and this sounds like requirements, anybody out there that has all of this can dive into. I'm living in one of the units and I intend to rent one out. What is the value of renting one unit out?
What's the value of it?
Now, how much do I rent out? How much do I give it out for rent?
Hey man, that's a great question, and that could vary. I mean, if the unit is a 1 bedroom in let's say Ben Salem, where I live, that could rent out for $1,000. It also depends on the condition of the unit. What if it's a brand new kitchen? That could run out for $1,100. But say in a different part, say if it's a 1 bedroom in North Philly, that could run out for $650. It depends where, and it could be a 2 bedroom, it could be a 3 bedroom. You kind of just have to do your market research on that. And if you need help with that, I'm more than happy to help you. Of course, I love doing that stuff. I can tell you what it rents for, no problem.
Okay, then talking about mortgages, if I'm doing that, do you have an idea of how much the mortgages will be like? I will pay monthly for this.
That is a good question too. So that all varies on the purchase price and the taxes and insurance. So in some areas like Philadelphia, a reason why I like it so much is the taxes are usually really low, usually around $1,000 a year, $1,500 a year. But if you're buying over here in Bucks County or New Jersey, man, those taxes can be $5,000 a year, and those are spread out monthly. So that's an extra few $100s a month. So I can't give you a number right now. I can't say, oh, it'll be $1,000 a month. It'll be $1,200 a month. I can't tell you because each property is different. Now I get where you're getting at. You want to make sure you get the right property. It would be great if you got a property, say your monthly payment on the mortgage is $900 a month, right? And then you rent out the other side for $1,000 a month, or even $900 a month. I mean, you're basically living for free at that point. You're not paying rent. You're not even really paying a mortgage.
Exactly.
So that's where we want to be at. That's where we want to be at, especially my people who are renting right now and is kind of throwing their money away. They're not even going into their mortgage. It's a great opportunity for them. So as long as the numbers work, that's all that matters, as you know.
Okay, and there's no way the world will forget so soon about the horrible pandemic that happened, talking about COVID-19 that took away our peace, took away so many things, and messed up every economy globally. And that takes me to my next questions. People claim that the manufacturing industry, became so huge. The transportation industry, the flight industry became so massive when people started at home. People kept on ordering stuff at home, and all of that. That market became, in fact, that was the period we had the richest man in the world, got to $1 trillion. So it's a massive economy for him, for anybody that does an online business. So I'm going to ask you, this is property. When is the right time, considering the pandemic, when is the right time to start investing in properties? Is an investor good at this time to put his money into properties?
And I love that question, man. And the right answer is anytime, because it's just like if you know anything about the stock market, right? S&P 500. If as long as you consistently buy, it's always going to go up. It's always going to go up. If you buy right now and say it doesn't matter if the market crashes next year, because in 30 years, that property is going to be worth double what it is right now. At least double what it is. The market's always consistently going up. Even if it has some dips, like 2008, right? That crash, it still went up from then. It still goes up. A little dip and it still goes up. So my answer is anytime. As long as the deal works, it doesn't matter, because appreciation, it's always going to go up no matter what.
Okay, what's the pyramid saying right now? What's the chart of property saying right now? Is it down, or is up, or is just where it is?
So right now, it's definitely up 100%, because there's such little inventory on the market that as soon as a house pops up on the market, there's 5, 6, 7, 8, over 10 offers on the property sometimes, because some of these people just want to get into a home, and there's not enough homes available right now. Homes are going by so quick.
Really?
Hmm. That's where I am in Philly, Bucks County. I know that's how it is in New Jersey too, and probably like anywhere around here. I heard that's how it is in New York too. Even in Florida, Texas, that's how I heard the market was over there as well. That's why I said it's tough to find a deal right now. That's why I'm not in a house right now. I'm still waiting for a good deal to come around because it's hard in this market. But you got to keep looking. You got to keep looking.
Okay, let's talk about other cities in the state. Let's talk about Chicago. Let's talk about Texas. Let's talk about uh, New York. Let's talk about all other states. Where exactly you feel that is the right place to put my money as an investor? If I'm looking for a property right now, property, as in big properties,
Uh-huh.
I have $1 million. I want to put into properties. I don't want to come to Pennsylvania. I don't want to go to New Jersey. What are the cities you feel that I can put my funds into?
That's a good question. I'm not 100% sure I can give you a solid answer, but one thing I would say is a lot of people I've known recently are moving to Florida. Florida, for some reason, seems like a hot spot right now.
Is it
Maybe,
because of the beach?
yeah, maybe because of the weather, especially this crazy winter we just had. I had quite a few friends recently moved to Florida, young, old. They just they like the area. Um, Maybe it's because of the different tax laws or political things. I'm not 100% sure. So if I were to have like a big sum of money and I were to choose wherever I wanted to put it, I would definitely consider Florida just for that reason. Just because I feel like it's such a hot spot right now, and I feel like I couldn't go wrong with it.
Okay, let's talk about investment for people that are in a diaspora, because some of these investors will definitely be interested in investing in properties in America. And it doesn't really matter if they are here or not. What matters to any investor is the guarantee of getting my investment back, and I know America happens to be one of a base where when you put $1 in, of course, you are sure of getting your investment back because of the regulations and the standard that is here. The system looks like it works here perfectly, compared to where I'm coming from. Apology to that. So let me ask you, if I am in Uganda, I don't know if you've ever visited Africa. Have you ever visited Africa or
I
what?
never have, no.
Okay, do you have any idea of an African country that you've read online? You hear a story about any African countries? You have an idea?
No, I never, no.
Okay. For knowledge sake, there are 54 African countries. Africa is a continent, and is one continent that has almost, permit me to say, 100% of all resources, mineral resources. You can find it in Africa. So it's one continent that is rich of all resources. That in case you need any, you definitely can find it there. So that's the short definition of Africa, full of opportunities and resources. People, we have millions. We have people that wants to invest in this part of the world, but definitely do not know how to connect with such investment opportunity. And that takes me to who exactly you are. Tell us about your firm, your company, and how you can relate to people in America in terms of people that wants to invest through you and people that are in the diaspora that also want to invest. Tell us in totality about your firm, your contact, and all of this.
So how I can like relate to other people or
Exactly. People that desire to invest through you.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, of course, of course. Um, I'm open to working with anyone who's looking to invest or even just want some advice. Feel free to contact me anytime. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. Kyle Keenan. Keenan is key. Um, I'm open to anyone asking me questions. Anyone that wants me to run numbers for them, ask them if it's a good deal. I'm always open to that. I'm always open to having people want to invest with me. I can help you sell a house. I can help you buy a house, whatever you need. I work with investors right now. I've worked with investors in the past. I love working with them and just learning from them. If anything, we can learn off of each other. So I'm always open to that, always.
Okay. I like the part when you said we can help in buying a property, and if one of our followers or a client decide to contact you and talks to you about getting a property in Pennsylvania, for example, is there a process that such investor must follow through you? Can you put us through the process?
Yeah. So what we can do is we can have a meeting in my office, or if you're far away, you can't do that. We can have a meeting on Zoom, and we can talk about your goals, what you want to do. We can run the numbers, and we can essentially get you started from there. And we can be on the lookout for houses, for investment properties, for a duplex, whatever you need. And I can help guide you through the process, go over the contracts with you, go over all the paperwork with you, and help you buy that house. That's my job. To help you buy that house, make you feel comfortable, tell you what's a good deal, tell you what's not such a good deal. I'm always there for that. I love helping people do that, helping them achieve their dreams.
In Lagos happens to be economic capital of Nigeria. Nigeria is the largest black nation as we speak in the world, with over 200 million people. There was a program set up by a particular individual where young entrepreneurs came together and decided to start investing in properties across the country. So that takes me to what is obtainable in the country here. Can that be a kind of synergy between two, three, four entrepreneurs or investors to come together and keep buying properties like a partnership deal? They'll come together, buy, then you help them to buy it and sell it. But it won't be I own the property, he owns the property, like a group partnership purchase.
Okay, so you're asking if you can buy a property as a group with other people?
As a group, because some might not have the 7,000 we talked about, but two or three people can come together and decide to put more resources together and keep investing in such properties across the country.
Okay, yeah, these are great questions, man, by the way. Yeah, you can definitely do that. Form a partnership with three or four other people or however many you want, and you can definitely buy a property like that. I've seen it happen plenty of times. It's all about us doing the right things, making sure it all works out in the contracts and everything like that on paper, and you can 100% make that work. There are a lot of investors that do that.
Thank you so much. I must say that it's a great opportunity to speak with you this morning, Kenan. And where are you from?
I'm in Ben Salem, PA, right next to Philadelphia.
Okay. I'm sorry to ask this. I've had opportunity to travel to over 14 countries, as we speak, during my job show, across the world. And I've met so many people. The only continent I've not been to is Australia. I've been to all continents.
Wow.
I've been to all continents, but Australia, I've not been there. So are you thinking of expanding your ideas and investment opportunities to other countries?
Man, that's a good question. I mean, I've thought about other states, definitely. Like I was talking about Florida, like Alabama, things like that. But man, another country, that would be a crazy experience. I would definitely be open to
it. Okay, let's talk about your company. You have a registered company, right?
Our company?
Yes, you have a company, right?
Yep, that's right.
Okay. What do you need people to know about your firm? This I do, and you have a maximum of 5 minutes, minimum of 2 minutes. Tell us about everything about your firm and what you want people to know about your firm and how you want them to connect with you. You have the floor.
Okay. So one thing about just us in general is, well, my company in general, we just very family like. It's not like a competition based thing. It is competition, but it's friendly competition. We're always there helping each other out. Anything we need, we're always there for each other. The positive vibes are always there. It's always positive in our office. And especially myself, I love helping people and just being there for them through the process of everything like that. Especially for a first time home buyer or someone buying an investment property for the first time, because I know they get that same excitement that I do. If anything, I get more excited than them because I know they're about to start that journey right there. I love helping them through the process, understanding everything with them, and running the numbers with them. I'm a numbers person. I love seeing the cash flow and how much money they're going to get every month from the purchase.
I like that.
And I just love, again, just helping people. I love being my own business person. My hours are crazy. Sometimes I start work at 5 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I end work at 10 o'clock at night because sometimes we just have to get that offer in, and it all depends, man. I just love being fair and being that go-to person that if it comes out of my mouth, people trust it right away. They say Kyle Keenan said it, it's true. I want to be that type of person that if I say it, everyone believes it because it's true and I'm that trustworthy person. That's all I got to say about that.
You know, and in business, trust matters a lot. Trust is number one key you must put forward for people to be able to drop their penny and put in your business. So I'll go with you on that. Trust is very key in business. I want to say congratulations to you. And for that, I also want to introduce my book. It's called Every Job is Part-Time. Every Job is Part-Time. What that means is that in life, you can't do a particular job forever. You know, three things, one out of three things will happen to you, to anybody that works. Number one, you might be laid off, fired at work. And number two, you might just be retrenched. That means retired. And number three, you might get sick on the job and you definitely need to leave the job. So one out of three happens to every employee, entrepreneur in life to relax from the job. I titled it Every Job is Part-Time, and we have 40 inspiring stories of entrepreneurs, job seekers, and employees across the globe. The stories are there, so you will get a copy. I will definitely send a copy to you this week.
Wọ́n sá lọ, wọ́n fèrègé, wọ́n gbéra, wọ́n yẹra fún wa, wọ́n jápa, ọwọ́ epo, àti mọ̀ wọ́n ọwọ́ epo, àwọn lábòsí ọwọ́ epo, àwọn tẹ́nu yìí ọwọ́ epo, yé ọwọ́ epo, àti mọ̀ wọ́n ọwọ́ epo, àwọn aláròpin ọwọ́ epo, àwọn tẹ́nu yìí ọwọ́ epo.
As well. Thank you so much, Keenan, for taking time out to speak to us on the job show today. And thank you for subscribing to the channel. We definitely across to you. And I can guarantee you that after today's show, you definitely have a minimum of 10 investors that will talk to you from this platform, talking about investing in properties as we speak. Because 200,000 for an Uber driver, for a dishwasher, definitely is achievable for them to have. I never knew this until you are saying this right now. And sincerely, for one, I'm also going to be an investor as we speak with you. Thank you so much. Where do you have any idea where these properties, if these properties are available right now?
I would look in Philadelphia. That's where I'm looking right now. If you want a low monthly payment, the taxes are low. I would look in Philadelphia. That's where I'm looking right now.
Okay, let me give you a quick assignment. Please, if you are looking right now, please kindly look for like 10 of these properties, because more people will fall for it. And I can guarantee you that few of our followers, friends, and family will then really come for this opportunity as well. I never knew that it is as easy as this. You know, some of the information, if you don't have access to information, then assumption will set in. By the time assumption set in, it might be up, it might be down, you might have the wrong assumption, and you might be running away from what is not even uh, scaring at you, such as this. So I am in for this, and I'm sure thousands of people are also in for that as well. I love the millionaire smile on your face. Thank you so much, Keenan, for talking to us.
Thank
Again,
you.
we definitely will speak to you, and we will be in Pennsylvania to see you and have a drink with you.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. God bless you.
God bless, man. Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Bye-bye.
Of course, that's all we definitely can take on the show today on the Job Show. Abimbola Adewale is my name. I will be seeing you again discussing opportunities, job creation, and entrepreneurship with a new and another entrepreneur or employees. I'm aware of what is happening in Nigeria as we speak, and we are definitely going to get a guest that will speak to us on that issue. Where, how, and when did the federal government ban the use of Twitter in the largest black nation? It's alarming, it's disgraceful. Of course, we need to start appreciating every administration that came in before this present administration. If you definitely do, you are not aware of administrations in the country, then you must know that this administration we're talking about, for me, it's an apology, and I want to keep it at that. I hope the government definitely can lift the ban on Twitter and allow people to have their freedom of information across the country. Every job is always a part-time. I'll see you again on the Job Show. Remember, every job is a part-time.